C-Dub makes faces that makes Dirty laugh, and we're going to get into it right now. Welcome, everybody, to Top Dog Coverage, where you find some of the greatest stats, some of the greatest commentators. Actually, we haven't commentated, but maybe one day we will. But we do everything under the sun with football, baby. And we are here to discuss our AFC and NFC champions. And
well, actually, I do have a slight thing to mention.
Shoot.
I did commentate a lacrosse shooting contest at the Dream Bowl pregame. So technically, I guess we are commentators.
You know what? You would. Actually, I commentated a youth football game, just like the movie The Little Giants. I was that guy, and I put all the character inside of that man. So
yeah. So don't sell us short. We've commentated.
And you know what? We'll continue to.
We don't have the Brady contract, but
we
maybe
don't.
soon. Maybe soon.
We will continue to elevate, though. That's for darn sure. But if you guys have not yet followed us at Top Dog Coverage with C-Dub and Dirty making dirty faces and sounds, please do follow us at Top Dog Coverage on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Swipe up on Spotify and Apple. Hit the 5 stars and leave a comment. Be part of the algorithm with us. That would be amazing. And if you guys have any questions regarding football, or you want to tell us your story, or who you think is going to win the Super Bowl, email us at topdogcoverage@gmail.com, and also go to topdogcoverage.com and sign up for the newsletter. So
yeah, dude, the Facebook is lit.
Yo, Facebook went off this week.
Our most recent post is just a thing of tragedy, I will say. It's we've got over like 100 comments of how telling us how wrong and stupid we are, and to make sure that we stay away from Vegas.
Yeah,
and we appreciate you guys. Thank you for looking out for our wallets.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys not letting us lose money. Even though we won 4-0 last week, but I mean the 2 games that we lose this week, I guess.
This past the conference championships was my first wrong 2 picks.
It's not like these teams got blown out by like 15 points or even a touchdown.
A loss is a loss, yo.
A loss. It doesn't matter whether you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning. I should get that.
Any given Sunday.
Yeah, definitely.
Great. Classic movie.
There you go. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We appreciate all the comments and everybody tuning in. So if you haven't yet, please click the follow button and let us know what you guys want to talk about. But for now, until then, we're going to jump in a little bit of news. We have a lot of news to catch you guys up on. So let's get into the bag a little bit. Let's definitely do this. Time for the news, baby. The news is brought to you by Norse-Hall.com. If you guys want some hot sauce and some mead, yes, I said mead, M-E-A-D, which is a honey wine, go to Norse-Hall.com. Get some of your best honey wine and get some of your best hot sauce based in West Virginia. D-Dub, you want to start us off, baby?
Well, let's kick us off. Let's go down to South Beach. The Dolphins have promoted Bobby Slowick to offensive coordinator. So newly hired Dolphins head coach Jeff Hafley has found his offensive coordinator. The Dolphins are promoting senior passing game coordinator Bobby Slowick to the OC role, Adam Schefter of ESPN reports. This will be the second NFL offensive coordinator job for the 38-year-old Slowick, who held the position with the Texans from 2023 to 2024. Slowick got off to an auspicious start in Houston, which orchestrated an impressive turnaround under then-rookie head coach DeMeco Ryans. The Texans offense finished 2023 11th in scoring and 14th in yards, helping the team to 10 wins and an AFC South title. Quarterback C.J. Stroud, the second overall pick in the 2023 draft, earned an Offensive Rookie of the Year honors and a Pro Bowl nod back when he was good. On the heels of a successful first year in Houston, Slowik drew serious head coaching consideration in January 2024. The Panthers, Titans, and Seahawks all interviewed Slowik, who emerged as a finalist for openings in Atlanta and Washington. Slowik didn't get any of those jobs, but another strong offensive showing in 2024 may have convinced someone to hire him. And yeah.
What do you think about that, C-Dub? What do you think about Mike McCarthy going to the Steelers, who have only hired 3 head coaches?
We're jumping to McCarthy. You don't want to cover it first?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm way ahead of it, but
yeah, we just got done talking about Bobby Slowik, and you're talking about McCarthy. So
you know why?
I'm confused.
You want to know why?
You must be hyped for Steel City,
dude. I am very hyped because I want to see how this fails in their face. I'm sorry.
Wow.
But yeah, let's go to that real quick. Steelers hire Mike McCarthy as a head coach. The Steelers have found their successor, as it says, to the longtime head coach Mike Tomlin. Never thought I'd ever hear that. The team plans to hire Pittsburgh native Mike McCarthy, according to Tom Pelissero of NFL Network. It will be McCarthy's 3rd head coaching opportunity in the NFL. A 5-year deal has been agreed to, according to Jerry Dulac of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Known for remarkable organizational stability under the Rooney family, the Steelers have now hired just 4 head coaches since 1969, Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin, combined for 57 years on the job. And now Mike McCarthy will take the reins. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. What do you think of this, C-Dub?
It's perplexing is the word that I'll use.
Wow, okay.
All right. It doesn't make too much sense. I actually got to watch a couple clips of his opening press conference, and you could tell how emotional he is, I guess, from being from Pittsburgh, which I'm assuming had a lot to do with it. But to be fair to Mike McCarthy, he has a pretty solid track record. He won a Super Bowl with the Green Bay Packers. He has a pretty extensive winning record overall. Some of his Dallas blunders are pretty bad, but at the end of the day, I don't think it raises the ceiling at all. It just gives them a solid floor to continue on with what they've been doing of going 9-8 and squeaking into the playoffs.
I mean, he had a good defense over in Dallas, or a good offense over in Dallas, but that was about it. I mean, he also had a lot of weapons over there. I don't know. I know he's from Pittsburgh. I just don't see that hard-nosed fighter that all the other coaches were with him going in there, even though he was from there. But that's just my opinion.
It could also be that's their best way to maybe get Rodgers back. I don't know. I don't know how much their relationships deteriorated or whatnot, but
yeah,
at the end of the day, I mean, that was their quarterback last year. So
it's not like they're in line with a good quarterback right now, and that's the closest to anything right now if he decides he wants to come back. So
sleeper starter Ohio State quarterback, one that got booed last year.
Yeah, and dude, we're this close to going back to the combine. We're so close, and it was disrespectful. Like when Will Howard was getting booed.
Will Howard, yeah, I don't know why I blanked on his name. For some reason, I was thinking Kyle McCord, but I was like, he didn't go to Ohio State. What am I doing?
Yeah. Anyway, in case anybody's wondering, Seamus says, yo. So
what up?
Shout outs to Rebecca Backus. So Rebecca, thanks for checking in.
All right, let's go to your neck of the woods. Let's go to New York, where the Giants are hiring Denard Wilson as defensive coordinator. So John Harbaugh's Giants staff has had a number of vacancies entering the weekend. One of the most important positions is now being filled, though. Denard Wilson is set to join New York as the team's new DC, as first reported by Mike Garafolo, Ian Rapport, and Tom Pelissero of NFL Network. Wilson has worked with Harbaugh in the past. It thus came as no surprise when he was confirmed earlier today as a finalist for the gig. The Athletic Ian O'Connor named Wilson as a finalist for the Giants on Sunday afternoon. This was also true of Broncos DBs coach Jim Leonard and Dolphins defensive coordinator Anthony Weaver. In the end, Wilson has lined up a new opportunity shortly after it was confirmed he would not return to the Titans in 2026.
All right. Let's go on to another The Packers are hiring Jonathan Gannon as the DC. So the Packers recently lost defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley when he took the Dolphins head coaching position. The search for his replacement has come to an end. Green Bay is hiring Jonathan Gannon to fill the DC position, as first reported by Tom Pelissero. The former Cardinals head coach has thus managed to find a new opportunity not long after his Arizona firing. Gannon was one of the 3 candidates known to have interviewed with the Packers. So interest in multiple defensive coordinator openings was present in Gannon's case. The Commanders interviewed him once, while the Cowboys conducted a follow-up with him last week. Gannon was also among the candidates who spoke with the Titans about their head coaching position, but a return to the DC ranks has long been expected in this case. Both the Chargers and Giants were interested in Gannon, according to Rob Demovsky, and Green Bay moving quickly with this hire may have been a reaction to the threat of their DC offers being made shortly. So Jonathan Gannon going right over to the cold area up there in Wisconsin. So
there we go. All right, let's keep it in the NFC. We're going to go to the Commanders. They are set to hire Durante Jones as defensive coordinator. So the Commanders have found their new DC, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. The Commanders are finalizing a deal to hire Durante Jones as their new DC. We learned just yesterday that Jones was set to interview for the job, marking his 5th DC interview during this year's hiring cycle. Jones first emerged as a coordinator candidate during the 2024 offseason when he interviewed for the Giants DC job. His candidacy took another bump last year as he interviewed for the Bears, Jaguars, and Saints gigs. That interest seemed to culminate this offseason as Jones was viewed as a DC in waiting. He was a candidate for the Cowboys, Packers, Giants, and Jets jobs before he ultimately landed the gig on Dan Quinn's Washington staff. He was also a candidate to take over as the Vikings DC if Brian Flores ended up leaving for a head coaching job. This will represent a bit of a homecoming for the coach, who grew up just outside of Washington and played college football at Morgan State in Baltimore. So I believe this is he was Brian Flores' right-hand man on that Vikings defensive staff. So it's a pretty big hire for Washington.
100% it is. It definitely is. Get his chance over there. Yep. They can only go up. Commanders' defense was not good.
That's facts. You got something going on with your Jets, don't you?
We do. Each and every day they seem to make a surprise. They seem to fire everybody little by little. So it's just another part of the train that has been let go. So Jets offensive coordinator Tanner Engstrom has parted ways with the Jets after just one season. The Jets are moving on from Tanner Engstrom, according to Ian Rappaport. The 2 sides are parting. This doesn't come as a surprise after Weekend Report indicated Engstrom's future was in limbo. It nonetheless continues a major staff shakeup with Aaron Glenn, who has cleared out several coaches, including both coordinators, dating back to the mid-December firing of defensive coordinator Steve Wilks. While Glenn and Engstrom discussed a non-play calling position for 2026, they ultimately decided to go in other directions, according to Rich Cimini. Glenn is now on the hunt for a veteran replacement for Engstrom, someone to serve as a head coach of the offense, quote unquote. A source told Connor Hughes. So former Colts and Panthers head coach Frank Reich looks like the front runner to take over, but the Jets will need to interview at least 2 minority candidates before hiring their next offensive coordinator, according to Connor Hughes. And I believe that's what the Rooney Rule, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see what's going to happen with that, but I'll be honest with you. I think that they found somebody that has been let go. Maybe it is Frank, maybe it's not, but I think as soon as all these people are getting released, I think they're just like, we need to upgrade and we can't just stick with what we got right now. And I think they don't want to, it doesn't really matter. They don't want to be left with their pants down, but at the same time, that was their whole season. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But
like, I think it's about, I want to say 18 teams are going to have a new offensive coordinator or play caller next season.
That's
more than half the league.
That's so crazy.
But who's on your short list? I mean, obviously you talk about Frank Reich potentially coming over. Who would you prefer to see in your jet screen or?
I mean, I want This is going to sound weird because there's a lot of head coaches that did leave, right? So there's a lot of people that left head coaching positions, Mike Tomlin, Greg Dermott, right? All these people, I don't expect them to come down to a defensive coordinator position or offensive coordinator. I don't expect this. But at the same point, I must say this. I do want a head coach to come back to a coordinator position because they
Like a
always,
McDaniel, even though he's
like
in LA,
McDaniel
but
went over to the Chargers, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's going to kill it over there. Robert Saleh went back to the 49ers, brought that defense back. You know what I
now
mean?
he's in Tennessee.
Exactly. I want a head coach to do either the offense or the defense, something. Because we keep doing the same thing. We keep bringing new people in that can't do the job.
I mean, technically, Frank Reich was a former head coach. He was with the Panthers before they fired him.
That's what I'm saying.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of disappointing that Daboll went to Tennessee.
I think he's going to shine over there. He is a general of the offense. Robert Saleh Robert Saleh is still going to concentrate on the defense. He wanted somebody to look just on the offense, so he didn't have to go over there. That's what he did in New York.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's go to your second favorite team, the Buffalo Bills. They're set to promote Joe Brady to their head coaching position. So the Bills have elected to take the internal route regarding their head coaching position. Offensive coordinator Joe Brady has been promoted to the role as first reported by Ian Rappaport, Mike Garafolo, and Tom Pelissero of NFL Network. The news is now official per team announcement. This is a 5-year agreement. The Athletics' Diana Rossini adds, after a 9-year run with Sean McDermott at the helm, the Bills will hope a familiar first-time head coach will be able to get them over the hump in the postseason. Once McDermott was fired in the wake of Buffalo's latest divisional round loss, Brady was named as a logical replacement candidate the team knows well. Indeed, the Bills showed interest in former offensive coordinator Brian Daboll and ex-Josh Allen teammate Davis Webb while weighing their options. All three have received looks elsewhere on the market, but instead of departing, Brady has elected to remain in place and take over the Buffalo's staff.
Well,
so I have a question on this.
Shoot.
Don't they have to go through the Rooney Rule as well? Who else did they interview?
I don't know.
They just interviewed a bunch of white dudes. Like,
Sounds about right.
Roger Goodell, I need you to investigate this.
Yeah.
We don't really see eye to eye on a lot of stuff, Roger, but check this out. I don't know.
That is something that has to be looked upon. I don't know who.
It just came to my mind because I was like, yeah, they hired Jay Brady because he's internal, but like, don't you have to interview other people? Don't you have to interview at least one minority candidate?
Nate Scheelhaas.
Oh, the Rams passing game coordinator or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, but
all right, Roger, you can take him off the list. It's fine.
Yeah. This is what we do. This is what we do.
I know you watch the show all the time.
Roger's definitely leaning into us right now with our
Goodell invited us to the suite for the Super Bowl, but we had to decline.
Only once though.
Yeah,
I think he had enough of us.
Yeah, we had to decline for that.
Yeah.
I wore my Roger Clown shirt, so.
Oh God. One day you and I will be going to boo the commissioner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be in Pittsburgh this year, unfortunately, but
no, but we'll make it memorable. You and I know that.
Oh yeah, so. For sure.
Let's go over to the Denver Broncos, who fired their offensive coordinator Joe Lombardi. So a day after their season ended with a 10-7 loss to the Patriots in the AFC title game, the Broncos have fired offensive coordinator Joe Lombardi, according to Diana Rossini. This closes out a 3-year tenure in Denver for Joe Lombardi and ends a long-running partnership with head coach Sean Payton. Lombardi previously coached under Sean Payton in New Orleans from 2007 to 2013 and 2016 to 2020. He was the Saints quarterback coach for the majority of his 12 years with the team. Also a former NFL offensive coordinator with the Lions from 2014 to 2015 and Chargers 2021 to 2022. Lombardi took on a non-playing call role in Denver. Payton has continued to handle those duties the Broncos did not rank among the league's cream of the crop offenses in any season with Lombardi on the staff, though. And Peyton has decided to make a change heading into the third year of quarterback Bo Nix's career. So
yeah, do you think Sean Payton threw a tantrum? Is like, since we're not going for a chance to win Lombardi, we're going to fire Lombardi?
possibly that could you never know. Maybe Lombardi was just running through his head the whole entire time, and he had to do something with that.
Yeah, the two names that I would think that he will probably make his OC, Pete Carmichael, who's I think is an offensive assistant on his staff, and then Davis Webb. If he doesn't get a head coaching job or a big opportunity elsewhere, I think he'll promote him to try to keep him within the staff there. So
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
I got one last piece of news.
Yep. Do you think?
Let's go to Nashville. We'll go to Tennessee, where the Titans are hiring Brian Daboll as OC. So the Titans announced Daboll's hiring. It seems he's no longer a contender to become the Raiders head coach. Daboll agreed to a 3-year contract, according to veteran Titans reporter Paul Kahersky. The Raiders still have another head coach interview left. Per The Athletic's Diane Rossini, it is not known which candidate will meet with the Silver and Black this week. But, it's a pretty big deal. I mean, if you pair him with Cam Ward, I mean, he was a really big component when he was in Buffalo of helping Josh Allen basically go from a raw prospect with a huge arm to superstar. He also used Daniel Jones as a battering ram to get the Giants to the playoffs before Daniel Jones fell apart, hurt his neck and all that.
Yeah.
So it didn't work out there, but I think it allows him to go under the radar, be under Saleh over there, because the defense is going to be set, and he gets a chance to work with Cam Ward and that offense over there. So it's a good move for him.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of shakeups this year. I mean, and I don't believe that I've remembered so many different. Actually, you just reminded me. I might be. Hey. I'm a little bit brighter too now. So
there we go.
Yeah, lighting issues. I don't remember there being so many different firings right before the Super Bowl. I remember people letting people go. I understand that, but I don't remember it being this high. This many head coaches, this many offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators.
It seems like it's trickled out a little bit, because most of the time it's on that Black Monday right after the season starts. But this time it seems like it was happening after almost every week of the NFL playoffs. Yeah. Basically, if they didn't get to where they wanted to go, they're like, all right, out. We're done.
Yeah.
We're making a change.
Absolutely. It's I'm interested. It's almost like a free agency it's like a free agency of coaches. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it feels like.
And aren't the coaches' contracts like fully guaranteed?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Like, don't they just get? Yeah, because anytime a coach gets fired, they get paid X amount of dollars every second, or like being a fired coach is the best source of income out there, especially if you're a former Raiders coach.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, what's his name? Gruden is still getting paid from the Raiders $10 million a year, I believe.
I think the Raiders are paying like 6 coaches right now. Gruden, Pierce.
And they don't even have one.
God. Why can't Seattle's old coach Carroll? Yeah. I mean, that's 3 right off the bat. Like,
that's a lot. That's a lot of people you're paying, dude. If that's the case, just throw me on there, okay? Like, I could use a paycheck. Like, I'll charge less too, a lot less.
Would they not just try to get Brady at head coach? I'm sure they're trying to get him to come back and play still, but
I bet you they are. Yeah.
Could you not just get him to be head coach? I mean, he owns part of the team.
Tom Brady is going to have a ball with his new quarterback. Let me tell you.
Maybe.
He is. He's definitely going to.
I don't think their personalities are meshable.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think they are either, but we'll find out. No. Anyway, that is it for the news. The news brought to you by Norris-Hall.com. If you guys have not yet, please make sure you guys go to Norris-Hall.com for some of your best hot sauce you'll ever taste in your life and some of the best honey wine, also known as mead. Okay, so Norris-Hall.com, based in West Virginia. C-Dub, interesting weekend.
Yeah. I think we got some comments though. You want to take a look at our comments real quick? I think some people's were saying something.
People are always saying something. Our Facebook is blowing up. Well, people want to know about Patrick Mahomes. Rebecca, I'm sorry to say, Patrick Mahomes is golfing and he is in Cancun.
I don't know if he's golfing. He lost a leg, didn't he?
Yeah, he can still swing.
You gotta get one of them Lieutenant Dan magic legs.
You can still swing a wrench, I think. You know,
Lieutenant
Dan. Charlie wants a shout out. Gabe owners.
C-Bone.
C Ramage.
Are we talking about Gabe Davis? Is it because Gabe Davis is on injured reserve because he tore his ACL?
Possibly, could be. Poor guy. But there you go, Charlie. Chuck, we come for your daughter, Chuck. All right. Actually, I'm going to hold you to this. I'm going to hold you to that, Chuck. We're looking out for your sub now. Come back at it. But what were your reactions to, I'll just say this, to both games here that we watched?
I thought they were both actually pretty great matchups.
They were.
And they were very enjoyable to watch. That second half in the Patriots-Broncos game was absolutely brutal. It goes to show you, it raises questions for me, if you don't mind, if I can get a little bit into this.
I'll just mute myself.
Who's the weather guy in Denver? Who is Sean Payton's weather guy? Because I get you have a backup quarterback. You want to stay aggressive and you want to put as many points up on the board as possible. But how do we not know that there's going to be a freaking snowstorm coming in the second half where you're not going to be able to move the ball at all? So in the first half, what would make sense to me is score as many points as possible. You had an easy 3 the first half. You could have gone up 10-0, right? And it could have changed a lot of momentum of the game. But he elected to go for it on fourth down. On the play call, it is what it is. The defense for New England is really great, and I'm sure they were expecting a lot of movement because that's what Stidham does. He's decent on the run and on the move or whatnot. But at the end of the day, you're in the AFC Championship game. Points are going to win your game. You have to score more than the other opponent. So I'm sure he went over in his press conference.
You win
games? That's what I've been told. Okay.
Fair.
But I'm sure he went over on his press conference, but I haven't got a chance to watch his press conference. But it just, with the conditions and how downhill it went, the whole second half, there was literally no offense. It was just three runs, punt, 3 runs, punt.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I get the aggression on the last drive for Denver, and Stidham throws that pass, but I felt like he wasn't even. He just chucked it. He didn't even really read the defense. He didn't see Christian Gonzalez just sitting on that easily, right? So I don't know. It just seems like they were unprepared for what was going to happen in their own stadium in the second half.
Second half, yeah. I had a feeling Vrabel was going to kind of come up, and he's a really good adjuster after a halftime. He knows how to adjust.
He's also the best situational football coach in the NFL. I mean, that slide and that exact timeout right before the half ended to try to kick the 63-yarder was incredible. Like, I mean, that's knowing exactly where you're at in the field, your quarterback knowing what's going on, and you're in position right there by the ref to call the timeout. Like, it was impressive. And he always has great situational football like that.
Yeah, absolutely does. And I like, as I'm watching this too, right? I was watching, and I don't expect a star out of Jarrett Stidham. Okay, I don't. Right? If you did, then it's kind of like, what are you doing? Like you shouldn't expect a star out of him. But I do expect passes not to be behind your wide receiver. You are better than that. You have been in the system. Like Sutton should have caught a few of them. At the same point, they can't be that far behind him. You know what I mean?
Don't know. The dude hasn't thrown a pass in 2 years, so I get he's going to be rusty. I mean, he looked decent for not playing a snap for 2 years. Like, let's give him credit for getting thrown in a very extremely tough situation.
I mean, I wouldn't say give him credit for being thrown into it. He doesn't have a choice. He has to play, right? But
Hey,
I'm not saying
good.
he
He
did.
played good for what the circumstances were.
Absolutely, yes. Um,
So
I
and
just
there's zero run game. I mean, they couldn't get any run
and I
game
don't
going
know
at all.
and I don't know how they didn't use more of their tight end. I just don't get it.
You
I
talking
just,
about Evan Ingram?
that just in general, dude. Like, I figured. I don't know. Like, I just figured that they could use even more so than just Evan Ingram. You always have, two tight ends in, you know what I mean? They've utilized another tight end throughout the season, but I just figured that could be your check down Charlie. That could be your, I don't know. I expected a little bit more scheme play out of it.
Yeah, I mean, it got really hard to catch any pass in that second half, but I just don't think they have enough. They had enough drives in the first half,
Yeah.
and it seems like the play calling was pretty aggressive
Yeah.
when it didn't necessarily need to be. But again, New England's defense is great, and they were able to stop the run. And I know Stidham was probably like, I haven't seen any of this stuff throughout the
Yeah.
year, and it's been 2 years since I've even played it down. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I mean, 10-7, all things considered. I mean, New England's played great. Everyone's gonna pull up their easiest schedule in the regular season. They've had a pretty easy playoff run, so to speak. And don't really care. I think Mike Vrabel is a great coach. I think Drake May is legit. Ramondre Stevenson has had a resurgence since the second half of the
He
season,
has. He
and
has.
he's looked great. And shouts out to him, man. Like everyone was making fun of him because he fumbled all the time. Still, but Vrabel stuck by him, and it shows. You keep your confidence in some of your best players, and they can continue on and do well in the second half. And Diggs has been great, and I don't know. They don't have great weapons, like they have some, but they're getting it done, and it's due to Vrabel and his schematic and his game planning. I mean, he's one of the best, if not the best.
Yeah. Let's go through some of these stats then real quick. And I'm gonna start with the Denver side, the home team, where Jarrett Stidham went 17 for 31, 133 yards, a touchdown, and an interception, sacked 3 times. RJ Harvey, 13 carries, 37 yards. Jarrett Stidham, 4 for 23, and McLaughlin, 4 for 11. That's pretty much it, even though you had 6 different people run the ball here. But why does it seem like that touchdown was a lot longer than what it's being credited for?
6 yards?
The Denver Broncos.
Yeah, it was a 6-yard touchdown pass. They were in the red zone, and he threw in the back corner.
Okay.
It was in the first half. It was like first quarter, dude.
I thought it was wasn't it another touchdown?
No, they scored 7 points.
I know, and it was a bomb touchdown. It wasn't
no. That was Marvin Mims to get them in the red zone.
That's right. And he fell into the. That's right. Yeah. Okay. I was about to say. I was like,
don't get crazy. Don't get crazy, dude.
Something getting off here, but yeah, Marvin Mims, 6 targets, 4 receptions, a beauty of a pass. That was a really good one. Caught Christian Gonzalez actually sleeping a little bit, which that'll wake him up a little bit. Marvin Mims went 4 for 62. RJ Harvey, 6 targets as well, 4 receptions as well, 22 yards. And then Evan Ingram, 2 for 19. Cortland Sutton went 3 for 17 and a touchdown out of 5 targets. Jarrett Stidham fumbled and lost the ball once, and the Denver defense was able to get after the quarterback. Drake May sacked him 5 times, 8 tackles for a loss, 7 QB hits. They were doing their thing for a while, so it's not like they weren't around doing their thing. They were definitely doing it. But Drake May, if I was to tell you this stat, 10 for 21, 86 yards, no touchdown, sacked 5 times, what would you tell me?
How many defensive touchdowns do they have?
1 interception,
No, I mean that's what I would ask you.
Oh, that's what you would ask me. Okay, exactly. And why would you ask that question?
Because it's pretty surprising they win the game and he has no touchdowns through the air. But
10 for 21, 86 yards, sacked 5 times, but they ran the ball efficiently.
He got it done with his legs. He got it in.
Yeah. Drake May went 10 for 65 and a touchdown on the ground.
He ended the game.
Yep. Ramondre Stevenson, 25 carries for 71 yards. And for all you TreVeyon Henderson fans, I know you really wanted him to do something. He went 3 for 5. It is what it is. They're gonna utilize what they have, how they do it schematically, the way, just like you're talking about, the way Mike Vrabel wants to do it.
Well, in that kind of game, you want the bigger back to take the bulk of the carries.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
absolutely.
Stevenson, he's what, 230, 240, something like that.
He put all of his trust in him too. He was like, look, dude, I trust in you. Go out there, go do it. We know that we've had problems with you. I'm gonna give you the chance. Go. And he did it. And you know what? He showed up successfully. So good for Ramondre Stevenson. This defense had 3 sacks on Jarrett Stidham, 4 tackles for a loss, 7 QB hits. Christian Gonzalez had an interception. And Elijah Ponder ended up getting the Jarrett Stidham fumble. So, and a lot of missed field goals, but that, it's really hard in that stadium at that time. The wind was going every which way you could possibly imagine. New
England should get credited with a blocked kick too, because that one defender got his finger on it on that Lutz one that it probably would have gone in, but
possible.
Finger was the difference in the game.
I want to be so sarcastic right now, but I'm gonna let that go. Yeah, I mean, so congratulations to the New England Patriots for moving on.
It's been a while.
Stud of a QB coming up, doing his thing. I think he's got another defense to go against. It's going to be very difficult. Another schematic run.
When was the last time the Patriots made the Super Bowl? It's been a long time, hasn't it?
I would imagine so.
So you had the Chiefs dynasty or whatever, where they almost won 3 in a row. It's what, 5-6 years?
Yeah. Let me see. The Patriots will face off against Seattle Seahawks.
We know that.
We know that. Super Bowl 49, 11 years ago.
That's been 11 years since they've been in the Super Bowl?
Patriots versus Seahawks, at least. But didn't they play the Falcons?
Yeah, I don't know if that was before or after.
Yeah, I mean, 2017. Yeah.
Okay, so 9 years ago?
Yeah, just about.
They were in the Super Bowl in 2019 when they beat the Rams.
That was that boring one, right? That nobody liked.
That was the Nola no call when we got hosed for the pass interference.
Nola no call.
So it's only been 6 years. All right. That's what I thought.
I know.
Let me lose my mind.
I laugh because my team doesn't have that. Oh, it's only been 6 years. My team, it's only been 60 years. Okay.
Yeah, it was last time. What, Super Bowl 3? And we're on 60 or something?
57 years.
Oh, yes. Yeah. It's as long as you've been alive, dude.
I'm not going to witness one. Okay, I've already talked to the big man upstairs. I am not witnessing a Super Bowl.
Hey, you never know. You never know. Hey, you know what we need to do?
What?
Hey, we should. Unfortunately, I like Aaron Glenn, but unfortunately, we gotta let him go. We have to find a coach that's named Mike, because apparently all the Mikes are going to the Super Bowl. Mike Vrabel, Mike McDonald. I mean, this is what we got to do. We need to hit up Mike Rizzo. I think he should be potentially the next head coach.
Mike Rizzo would
of the
be
New
a
York
great
Jets.
candidate. Mike Rizzo would be a great candidate for the New York Jets.
Yeah,
I think he's already invested.
he's got
Mike
some
Rizzo
skin in the
is-
game for sure.
Yeah, Mike Rizzo is he's actually been able to call certain plays that are about to happen. Like he already knows, he's gone viral with these things because he understands the game of football.
He's the Romo of the New York Jets head coaching candidates.
And yeah, I think he should be. And he's gonna look. He's gonna bring a new energy, a new culture, and he's gonna bring Riz. He's gonna bring Riz.
And the absolute Jets social media team will be off the chain.
Yeah. So anybody who doesn't know who Mike Rizzo is, look him up.
Google him.
Yeah, Google him. He's an absolute monster. I think he should be the next Jets head coach. So
sorry, AG.
Sorry, bud. You got competition now. So let's move on to another game here. You want to take over on this one?
Sure. You had a divisional matchup, round 3 of the Seahawks versus the Rams. And, fortunately or fortunately, depending on which side of the fence you're on, Seattle Seahawks won 31-27.
I can tell you what side of the fence we were on this year
against the Los Angeles Rams, right? So Seattle's had a phenomenal year. They're 14-3, 6-2 at home. Darnold, the resurgence. I mean, he had an incredible game. Oblique, don't care, don't need it. Kidney, you can take that too. Sam Darnold was 25 of 36, 346 yards, 3 touchdowns, almost averaged 10 yards a pass.
Where did he come from with this?
The New York Jets.
Thanks.
Sacked 3 times. USC product. He's the first USC quarterback to make the Super Bowl, which is shouts out to him. First quarterback from the 2018 class, obviously, to be in the Super Bowl. And, he exercised some Ram demons, okay? The Rams have always been a tough matchup for him with wherever he was at. He wasn't seeing no ghost. He was eliminating ghosts, all right? Great.
Before you go on, let me just tell you something.
Tell us how sad you are.
I'm not sad. I'm happy for him. I've never seen the kids happier in my life. Okay. By the way, Connie Carberg put up a photo of her and Sam in his rookie year. So
that's great.
Yeah, everybody loves Connie. So shout outs to Connie. At the little by little, Sam Darnold has just been cutting USC quarterbacks, just moving up the chain. Okay. He's like, Caleb, look, I know you look great, dude. You look great, but I'm going there first from USC. Okay. That's where I'm going. And then he got to the AFC Championship. He was like, hey, Mark Sanchez, watch this.
Well, he's in the NFC Championship. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's sorry. But he got the NFC, and now he's just, yeah.
He's
going to be like, guys, watch this.
Resurgence.
He is. Continue. I'm sorry, sir.
No, you're good. You're good. We know we love Darnold. But Kenneth Walker III, obviously, he's been making himself some money this postseason. The numbers aren't going to really show it too much, but I mean, he's played great entire postseason. 19 carries, 62 yards, 1 touchdown. Darnold got a couple carries, so did George Halani. And their receiving game, it continues to go through JSN. 12 targets, 10 catches, 153 yards, and a touchdown. Rashid Shaheed, 3 targets, 1 catch, 51 yards. Kenneth Walker got a few catches. Cooper Kupp with a great third down catch that helped extend the drive and basically end the game. But he was 6 targets, 4 catches, 36 yards, and a touchdown. And, Jake Bobo also had a great touchdown in the end zone, so obviously. But overall, the receiving looked great. Darnold was able to put the ball in the perfect spots in a lot of plays. There was 2 fumbles. Sam Darnold and A.J. Barner fumbled the ball. But, it's been good.
Yeah.
What we got?
Shout out to Nick Overman. Been a Darnold believer since he played for us in Carolina. Feels good. He does. He's a good kid. He's a great football player. And he's a good personality. The guy you want in the locker room. So it's
yeah. I don't know if anybody realizes how young he was when he came out in the draft.
He's like 20.
He's like, I think he was like 21, right? Because I mean, he's only 28.
He
now.
wasn't able to drink when he was drafted.
I mean, there you go. So he just
Yeah.
needed some development. He's bounced around the league, but he's actually seen and grown from being in the Shanahan system, being with O'Connell, and now in Seattle running the show. So,
Yeah.
But the Seattle defense, the numbers aren't going to look great, but they played extremely well, like they have all season. Only 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, 7 pass deflections, 3 quarterback hits, no interceptions. But Seattle defense, it just seems like Stafford and company were able to neutralize that pass rush. But man, it'll be interesting to see how it compares with that New England team and how they can get after Drake May. But on the other side, Stafford, elite performance, similar to Sam Darnold, 25-35, 374 yards, 3 touchdowns, was sacked that one time. He averaged over 10 yards a pass. So Stafford laid it all out on there. Blake Corum led the team in 9 carries, 55 yards. Kyron Williams was 10 for 39. Stafford was 2 for 16. And Puka Nacua, 14 targets, 9 catches, 165 yards, and a tutty. Devontae Adams, 6 targets, 4 catches, 89 yards, and a touchdown. Colby Parkinson, 4 targets, 3 catches, 62 yards. Blake Corum had a few catches. Kyron Williams also had a couple catches and a touchdown. But, they went 22 for 114 as a team on the ground. It seems like they kind of left a lot of that rushing out there. I feel like they could have leaned on the run game a little bit more.
Yeah.
And special teams was atrocious yet again. Xavier Smith, their punt returner, had 2 fumbles, lost 1, was able to recover 1. Stafford fumbled and Colby Parkinson fumbled, but like inexcusable. They just gifted Seattle some points on that punt return that he fumbled, and it was just crazy how they didn't make a change when he fumbled the first time. But neither here nor there. The Rams defense got those 3 sacks, 8 tackles for loss, 5 pass deflections, 7 quarterback hits, and it was just overall a great game by both teams.
Yep.
It was unfortunate that the game had to end because it was so great, but Seattle deservedly, beat them and moved on.
So, what do you think about the Woolen penalty?
I just think it's a boneheaded mistake. Like the situation anytime that you go flaunt onto the other team's bench, you're going to get a flag. Like you need to know the situation. You need to know, obviously, I mean, he was a big time prospect coming out. He had this, over 6'3", ran a 4.2 at the combine, great athletic traits. He had a great rookie season, and it just seems like he's been so inconsistent since. But you got to know the situation in the game.
Yeah. Nick Overman, Woolen tried to give the game away, and him getting torched after that penalty was such karmic justice. It certainly was, and that's the thing. Like Stafford knew what he was doing. Puka was right there. I mean, you're throwing it to one of the best in the league here, right? Puka Nacua, and he comes down with it, and that was a very close call, by the way. But he was able to solidify the catch, hold it. But
yeah, I think another thing we need to highlight too is Kubiak. I mean, he had a great offensive performance in this game. Like he was dialing up a lot of just great play designs, and that one where he had JSN in the backfield and kind of ran that flag route to the corner of the end zone.
Yeah,
for that easy touchdown for JSN. I mean, it was a thing of beauty. So, Kubiak had a great game plan going into this game as well.
Yeah. So, big game. Patriots, Seahawks, 2 good defenses. I'll slightly say that the Seahawks defense is a little bit more aggressive.
I think I have more pieces.
That pass rush coming in is very hardcore.
Oh, we got to talk about the rookie safety, Nick Emenwari, as well.
He was everywhere.
He's a stud, man. And
yeah,
I believe he was the South Carolina product. Mm-hmm. He's got the size, the speed, and he's a huge difference maker for that defense. And it's been great to see him excel there. So I think he's going to be a problem for a very long time. Great player.
Yeah, and in case you guys if there was anything, one team that we did not think was going to go to the Super Bowl, it was definitely Seattle Seahawks, and we're gonna go through an episode or 2, of stuff that we didn't get right because there's a couple of them. We're going to do top 5 things that we didn't get right, but we're also going to do top 5 things that we definitely got right. And there are some things out of this world that people were just like, you did not call that. We have the proof. We have the proof on each episode. But
as much as Seattle hates me about not thinking that they were going to do, I did discuss the JSN breakout.
Yeah.
Very early in the offseason. So
JSN was he was primed to have something. If you looked at what Justin Jefferson did with Sam Darnold, you kind of had that comparison coming right in. That it looked like it was going to happen. So, but with that, it was an amazing AFC championship, an amazing NFC championship. Good football for everybody around the United States that had snow. All you had to do was stay inside and watch the ball. It was pretty cozy weekend, except for when you had to go back out and shovel. So, but we have one more big game. One more big game coming up.
I would argue you have a couple big games.
Okay.
So we're in the middle of East-West Shrine Bowl. If anybody's into draft season, and you had the Dream Bowl a few weeks ago, you have the East-West Shrine Bowl currently going on right now. And then you have the Senior Bowl coming up this weekend as well. So the next wave of draft prospects, the next, great prospects, they're out there.
Yeah.
You just got to watch them.
This is where the hidden gems are, my friend.
Yep. And can I give one name for the Senior Bowl that if anybody does watch, to keep an eye on?
Yeah, because we can't make it down there this year. So
yeah. Unfortunately, we had some logistical issues on my part. But his name is Jordan Hudson, receiver from SMU. He had a great season, phenomenal hands, good speed. Can run the whole route tree. I know SMU's offense is more of a spread out college offense, but look for him to make some noise in practices and during the game.
Fair enough. More than fair. And if you guys are looking for a top dog, that is us. So follow us at Top Dog Coverage, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. And make sure you guys sign up for our newsletter by going to topdogcoverage.com. Okay, go there. And actually, you could vote for your favorite team on who you think of the top 5 are. Email us at topdogcoverage@gmail. And let us know who you think is going to win the Super Bowl. But until then, we're going to have our breakdown of the Super Bowl coming up, and we'll have a lot more coming at you. Okay, we have 2 weeks. So we're going to fill you guys with a bunch of other information too. We will be talking about the Super Bowl, but let's not forget the Combine's right around the corner. The draft follows it. Schedule release is right there. Okay, so
the cycle begins again.
The cycle never ends, my
Time
friend.
is a flat circle.
Exactly. Time is a flat circle. And with that, it's your boy Dirty. It's your boy C-Dub. And we are out.